Hello, Randonauts. Okay, this is just a journal. I'm going to have to tell you what happened because I was doing a live podcast at the time and I didn't make video. But here's what happened. This evening, Kiri messaged me from the States to say that she was wondering, getting messages. Kiri was wondering if she might purchase some devices that could help us communicate more clearly with Randonautica. So I dropped a "how can we communicate with you better" point. And it took me, now I'm in my new Spanish city for a couple of months here as a video blogger, and the city is flat, and it took me up and up and up some of the steepest hills on my rental bike. And I had to chain the bike up down here, walk to the top of the steps. I nearly didn't go, but could you imagine what would have happened if I didn't go? I got to the top and the pin was actually in a house like across the road, and it was just high gates. There was nothing there. I thought, this is pretty boring. Oh yeah, on the way up, here's the twist, right? There's two big twists in this story. On the way up, I go past just in the start of the radius, I had to stop my bike and get off it. And there was a building called Kronos Training Room. Now, I knew Kronos was something to do with time, so maybe time travel training room. Josh has repeatedly said that Randonautica is to do with time travel. Anyway, I got to the top of that hill. I had a look around and couldn't see anything. And then I turned around and there was this immense, beautiful building with incredible spiral staircase. And it was called the Edificio Babilonia, the Tower of Babylon. Here I am, gobsmacked and astonished in front of probably the most startling find of my entire Randonautica career. The Tower of Babylon, Google it. It's the Tower of Languages. And in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, if you put the Babel fish in your ear, you can understand any language. I was gobsmacked. Then I send it to Kiri and she just couldn't believe it, because it's basically the green light to try some new techniques to communicate with Rando. And she said, hey, can I play the tweet? I think I'm going to try and play her message.
Oh my gosh, Vicky. And do you remember there was, in the beginning of Randonautica, there was this like poetic message sent out about Kronos, and Kronos is like the god of time, but it talked about how pieces of Kronos would be scattered out all around the world, and it's up to Randonauts to find these scattered pieces. That's what it reminds me of.
Let me just get this straight. Kiri sent me that message after I had seen the Kronos building, but with no knowledge that I had visited it. I had not told her. She came up with that entirely independently. So Josh, what is it we've got to do about Kronos here? We need to know, because we are picking up clues and they are hot, hot, hot.
Wow, Vicky, fucking awesome job. I just got done reading about Kronos. I've just been Googling and reading, and fuck, his story is fucking interesting, and his parents, and he's a Titan, which is different than the gods. He was during the Golden Age, and they say if you somehow summon him, he will foretell your future, which is interesting.
I just need to make it clear that Randonautica has been syncing so hard with us today. There is a list of synchronicities that we have written down today. So much more than coincidences. And to whoever it was on Reddit who called me middle-aged woman believes in coincidences, well, you try Rando for yourself and you ask it some big questions and see what you come up with. The Tangonauts are always 100% authentic. We never do any negative intents. We only do positive or spiritual intents, and hopefully you will too. Drop the microphone, Randonautica.